into quantitative data, how would you want to transform that data into quantitative data? So there is another, let me actually first go to the explanatory design, where you have the two-phase design where you do quantitative first, and qualitative data explains or builds upon the initial quantitative results. It is useful when researchers have to explain significant results, outlier results, or surprising results. So for example, in your quantitative analysis, you found some counterintuitive results. So what do? You go back to the respondents and interview them about those counterintuitive results. You say, you see, in our study, we found that motivation actually does not impact performance. Why do you think that could have happened? So you actually interview people for those specific findings, and then in your quantitative paper, you sort of, in your discussion section, you say, where you are going to talk about your findings, you say that we found this very counterintuitive, so we went back to the respondents, we interviewed few of them, and this is what some of them said, and so perhaps this is what is happening in this study and in this phenomena, and so on. So this is how you basically explain the results of the quantitative study. So follow-up explanations model, you do quantitative data analysis, you get to the results, then you identify results for follow-up. As I mentioned, you do call data collection, analysis, results, and then the final this thing. You can also have quantitative data as a primary part, but it is not the dominant. So you do quant data collection, quant data analysis, quant results, and then based on these results, you want to identify who are the participants whom you are going to interview for your actual qualitative research. So your dominant paradigm is qualitative, but you identify who are the organizations, who are the groups, which are the groups, who are the individuals whom you will like to collect qualitative information on. So that is called as the participant selection model. And then it has strengths, straightforward, easy to implement. It is easily sellable to quantitative researchers. So Lekha, if you have already committed to a quantitative study, maybe this is what you can say, that I will still do some interviews just to maybe explain what is happening in my data.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it requires time, amount of time. Sampling of participants is important. If you want to, you have to sample participants carefully if you are going to base your qualitative research on that. And researchers must decide which quantitative results need to be further researched if you want to interview participants for certain results, right?
Sir, a small query. Sir, this also happened with my dissertation. So it was not a mixed method by design, but once we were done with the analysis of the quantitative study, we found that some of the hypotheses didn't were not true. So they were rejected basically. So for that we went and interviewed some people from the sample. It was a leadership, so we just interviewed the leaders and not the subordinates in the sample. So,
Yeah.
sir, would that be called a mixed method study? That is a post hoc interview
It is a
assessment.
mixed method. Now I have even given you a framework and a citation, book citation. You can say that this is that kind of paradigm we adopted in doing this study, and it is, but it is a mixed method where your qualitative is less dominant. Your quantitative design is the dominant part of the.
Yes, sir, but I cannot digest something that is by design we didn't make that methodology like that. it was
Yeah, so you did not design it.
had all our hypothesis came true, we would not have gone and done that.
So yeah, you had not thought of it, but now you know that you can fit it in this light. So yeah, you should be happy about it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
So let us stop here for lunch, and